engine come out.
Yes. He's very good.
He's very good.
My nuts hurt.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Breadbox Racing and 4x4. We're back on the MG this week because neither of us could get our act together and we didn't feel like doing anything.
No pants is good pants.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was pretty much the day because it's already like 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
What we're going to do is we're going to pull the engine out because I've got shiny new parts.
Like golfclap.jpg.
So we're going to pull it out. I've got all the parts here to put the clutch in, the flywheel, clutch fork, slave cylinder, got all of it. So I can take the trans off, put it all in, get torqued up, and then they should, in theory, not have to come out.
Hopefully.
Fingers crossed. Well, actually, they'll have to come out of the car. They just won't have to come apart.
Yes.
Unless I weld the firewall while we have it here. That might not be a bad idea.
I mean, if it's out, might as well.
Yeah.
And the cross members there, you already have a seat.
That's very true.
Plus, this thing can stay here for a little while.
Well, maybe that's what we'll do then.
Yeah.
But for now, we can get this out and get that done.
Yep.
Okay, well.
Let's get started.
Yep.
Brad, what do we got?
Shiny parts.
Shiny parts.
Yay.
Show us.
It's right here. So this is a K to Miata flywheel from K-Power Industries, and it's super.
Spicy.
It's really light, and that kind of hurt.
It's kind of mad.
And it comes with a pilot bearing, which...
It's C-clipped in.
Oh, that's C. Okay. The C-clip made it look like it wasn't centered. I'm like, really? But yeah, it's like feel this thing.
Yeah.
So light.
It's like, what, 10 pounds?
If
15?
that. I doubt it's that heavy. And then we got a clutch, complete with the tool I almost never have, which is going to make life really easy. The only two vehicles I've ever had this when I worked on them to do a clutch was the Porsche 911 and, the Cobalt ones.
Oh.
Yeah. Because the Sunfire got a reconditioned clutch that I pulled out of the wrecker.
Fair.
So this is not a it's not a fancy clutch. I went with a slightly operated OEM one, basically, is what this is. It's still made by Exceedi, who I think makes all the clutches for Mazda. But they're a good brand. Can't go wrong with them.
I think they also make all the Honda clutches.
I think you're right. And then, so it's a stock friction disc. Well, I butchered this box. With a slightly operated pressure plate, which I'm hoping should be enough to take the power of the K-Series. If not, it is enough for me to get on the road, do my road tests, make sure the thing's sound. If it doesn't hold the power, it's not the end of the world. It's a bolt-in part.
Also burnouts.
Yeah. So, I'm thinking it's going to be enough, but if it's not the end of the world. But it will allow me to get the cart on the road.
Yes.
Which is the most important part.
Yep.
That's why I like what's Freiburger say? It's no. Don't make it good. Just make it go. Yeah. Because once you drive it.
Also Honda bolts.
Yes, that's like $40 in bolts. Because so the bolts you need, these ones, are part number 9001 RDB 000. These are off a J35 Accord, so the V6. And they are longer than the ones that came on any of the K24s for obvious reasons. Because she's thick
She's thick.
with 2 C's.
I think it's more than 2. There's at least a few.
There's 3, maybe 4. Anyways, so that's what we got going on. I'm going to go look up some torque specs, and then we're going to get this on there. It's worth noting that I didn't rattle those on. I had the impact set to minimum, and I only let it dug out once. We did use the torque wrench to torque those bolts. We got shiny parts, and they're on the engine.
How does that make you feel?
I'm not sure if that's okay to say on TV.
Okay. We'll let the
It's very adult.
We'll let the shiny speak for itself.
Yeah. They have Rule 34 for a reason, right?
Yeah, okay. They also have Google Images.
Oh, well. Or a family show.
It's fun. Google Images has GIFs now.
Oh, dear God.
You don't even need to watch videos because the good part's already in a GIF for free.
Yeah, no, this... I'm very excited about this because in theory, we can slap the transmission on it and actuate the clutch fork because the clutch fork shouldn't be that hard to move by hand.
It is.
Oh yeah, hydraulics are a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
Well, either way, we can slam that back on there and call it done.
Yep. It's looking good.
So take a little care putting these together. The dowels don't have a ton of meat to them, and if you're rough, you could bend them, and then you have a bad day. So just be careful with that.
Grant!
What? Yeah! It's in! We can do the clutchy things and the shifty things.
Supposedly.
I guess we'll still find out later.
Yeah, it's either going to work or it isn't.
Either way, it's going to be spectacular.
Yes.
Smoke will be involved no matter what. It might be tire, it might be clutch.
Any machine's a smoke machine if you operate it wrong enough.
That's right. Yeah, we've got everything's new between here and here. We got new flywheel, new clutch, new pressure plate, slave cylinder, clutch fork. The only thing we throw out bearing, the only thing we didn't replace is the pivot for the clutch fork.
And the transmission itself.
Yeah.
I think that works.
Yep. So if you come over here, I'll show you some of the things I had to do to make this fit in the MG. So to make this fit in the MG, you'll see the shifter turret here. So where these 2 bolts mount here, I actually used to bolt in here. So I had to move this turret forwards this far, which is roughly 4 inches. The other thing I had to do, because the Miata uses a brace, torque tube style brace that runs from the transmission back to the diff, I had to take a Dremel and carve that mount off. I left the bottom one because I want to use that for the trans mount, but you can see here I had to do a lot of Dremeling. I probably removed 2 pounds of aluminum out of there.
It's like $40.
Right? In shavings.
Yeah.
So that's what you got to do to make this particular transmission work. Because on this one, all you do is you bolt it up here, you cut this part short, and you shorten the tube that the shifter runs through, and then you have to re-drill the dowel pin for the shifter inside here. So you have to pull the tail housing off. If you only plan on making up to about 250, this 5-speed should be strong enough. Unless you shift like an idiot. Don't be an idiot.
Yeah. Save yourself some money. Don't be an idiot.
Exactly.
Don't buy Hondas.
So that's this. The next thing you're gonna see is, oh, I should show you my other shiny parts. Over here, over here. Shiny parts. This is the K-Power Industries intake manifold. It's very shiny. And it works with the stock injectors, so that's one less thing I have to figure out. What else do we got? We got more shiny parts. Master cylinder. This is the last part of the puzzle for that rear disc brake swap. Now you can get it to work. Now you can get it to work with the factory master cylinder, but you have to try and figure out how to pull the residual valve out. I didn't have a master cylinder. I didn't feel like buying one that I wasn't sure I could do that to. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. If you have one and you've done it, great. Post in the comments. But this one I know works. This one's made by Willwood. It's got the right stroke for this setup. The bore, I think, is a 1-inch bore, so it's gonna firm your pedal up a little bit. But they have very easy instructions on how to remove the residual valve. I think it's behind either this screw or this one, or it might have been behind this bleeder. But it's super easy to do. All you have to do is rotate your booster 90 degrees so your bolts are vertical. Because right now it's...
We haven't done that yet.
Yeah, we haven't done that yet. But, so you can do that. These will allow you to mount your reservoirs. I'm planning on putting them up here. And so that's that. So the next thing you're gonna see is me doing a whole lot of firewall welding, because I still got to weld all of this in place. Finish patching these little bits down here. There's a bunch of work to do there. So
You're gonna lose the ankle vents?
the what?
Ankle vents.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's gonna get sealed up real good, real good. But that, yeah. So that's the next steps on this. That's my shiny new parts, and we got most of them installed.
Yep.
Yep.
That is installed.
Yes, this is essentially completely finished and ready for emergency braking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Track ready.
Yeah, it's sideways for yes.
You know what it's like? It's like when you hold your gun sideways.
Yeah, exactly.
Very good.
It's cooler.
Yeah. Well, I think that's about all I got for today. We got a ton done. Maybe while it's out of the car, I'm gonna figure out that exhaust manifold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think I have a plan on how I want to tackle that. We'll see.
Hood exit.
No! I just bought this hood.
Hood exit. Or headlight exit. One for intake, one for outtake.
Oh yeah, that's scientific because that's pressure balanced.
Yeah, exactly. It's perfect. It's the way to do it.
Okay, I think we're gonna leave it off here, guys. At least we got something done today.
Yeah.
We got like one thing done. Great success.
Yep.